Hello, hello. Okay, it came to my attention that we had not finally done a postmortem on this listener crossword. We spent 2 hours working on yesterday, so I'm going to just go through it because I did finish it off and get the last couple of things I think cleared up that we weren't sure about. So, if you look at this puzzle, this is how it ended up. You'll see that a lot of the clues didn't quite fit in the squares, and we did need to create diagonal lines in various of the cells in order that we could make sure that everything fit where it needed to. And of course, this was a very interesting exercise in getting things to fit. But it turned out in the end that there was a major secret to this. They were not arbitrary. In fact, none of the bars separating cells in the rows were arbitrary. Yeah, it turns out that all of them signify something or other, and what they signify, if I can switch to my other window. No, yes. Let's have a look. No, I can do this. All right, so we've got the Cook and Wheatstone Telegraph. So yeah, we had to remove various words from the clues, some of the clues, to ensure that they made sense. And those words that we removed were Wheatstone two-needle telegraph. What is a Wheatstone two-needle telegraph? Well, it's a type of mechanical telegraph which communicates information during code, using code. And if you look here at the two-needle telegraph in codes, you will see that various combinations of diagonal slanting lines, needles, I guess, and horizontal lines make letters. And if we return to our other screen, you'll see that every one of these lines, in fact, is a encoded letter using the Wheatstone two-needle telegraph, and it spells out garb of a Quaker. The reason why all this is happening is that the famous use of a Wheatstone two-needle telegraph was when murder suspect John Tavell was apprehended. This is the first use of the telegraph to catch a murderer, so very early APB. And the message was, a murder has just been committed at Salt Hill. It was apparently hard to type on a Wheatstone two-needle telegraph, and people made typos. So a murder has just been committed at Salt Hill, and the suspected murderer was seen to take a first-class ticket to London by the train, which left Slough at 7:42 p.m. He is in the garb of a Quaker, spelled K-W-A-K-E-R. So returning to our board, you see that we have this grid is literally just an encoding. You take out the letters, what remains is just an encoding of the words garb of a Quaker. So yes, this is part of the telegraph communication. The puzzle is called Manhunt. This is part of the first telegraph that was used during a manhunt to apprehend a suspect. You will see I've written in red in the grid Salt and Hill were in the grid, or at least Hill was there initially. I had to turn Hill into Hall at the end of the puzzle to solve the mystery, because the name of the suspect is, what did we say, Towell, and his name is anagrammed there. I've highlighted that in yellow. Phew. So yeah, there you go. So this entire crossword was a murder hunt. We found the message. We found some of the message that we're looking for a suspect in the garb of a Quaker. We found Salt Hill in the grid, so we found the location, and by changing one letter as per the instructions, we found the name of the culprit, Towell. So we got our man, we nabbed him, and yeah. That took us, as I say, took several hours, even with people chipping in with suggestions on how better to apprehend the murderer. So thank you, Liari, and certain other people who joined in our stream the other day. Not a very exciting stream, I guess, 2.5 hours of mostly hair tearing and confusion, but we did get there in the end. And yeah, this was a fabulous puzzle by Shark. It's always brilliant when the grid just turns out to be some kind of incredible representation of something you weren't expecting at all. And this is literally this whole grid is not really a crossword grid in any way. It's a encoded message in Wheatstone telegraphy. So beautiful. Really enjoyed that. All right, but enough of that maundering. We're going to do the Monday times puzzles, which won't take as long, we hope. All right, I think I did actually click on the cryptic crossword, so unfortunately my time on that is not going to be super impressive because actually it started the countdown, but never mind, we'll do what we can. All right, times concise today. Provided for children with learning difficulties. Remedial, is that what it's called? Liquid in coconuts, just milk. Alliance of several parties. Confederation, maybe? Having so is ergo, maybe? Having black and white patches is piebald. Cuban leader, probably Castro. Where Aristotle taught. It's not the academy, the Lyceum, isn't it? Cancel out, nullify? Naming word is a noun. Using brackets, parenthetical. Hard white fat, is that suet? Is it lard? Can't remember. Electrical message, oh, appropriately a telegram. Grain from grass is rice, not Rick. Let's go back, change that. E.g. January is a month, so let's change that from ergo to thus. I'm having so much trouble typing, it really doesn't do my times any good at all. Alright, item of furniture is a dresser, Syrian city is Aleppo, follow as a model is imitate, realms is kingdoms, small restaurant is a caf, gin-like drink is schnapps, burst of extravagance is a splurge, Chinese river is the Yangtze, fruit is a lychee, hostelries are inns, open sore is an ulcer, and a desirable fruit is a plum. Did I make any typos I didn't correct? Nah, that's fine. Alright, can we see the Nina always? The next thing to do once we've solved one of these. Well, I don't see anything in the columns or rows. Rice, milk, plum, suet. Is it the ingredients for some kind of pudding? Maybe schnapps as well? I don't know. Rice, milk, plum, suet. Oh, puddings, aren't they? Alright, yeah. Rice pudding, milk pudding, plum pudding, suet pudding. Yes, I think people have concurred with that, as far as I can tell, in the comments. So let's do the QC. Range for cooking crumpets. Spectrum is an anagram of crumpets, so that's crumpets cooked. Fastener for hair. Band? I don't think so. Parrot given material to consume. Comment concerning Matthew's successor. Matthew, Mark, Luke and John. Remark. Ruler protected by assistance arising is Sar, hidden in assistance arriving. Evil can upset a city. Shock, a quiet chum, a pea pal, a piano pal. Fibre shown by little girl confronting gangster. Is this Sis and Al? Request made by intimate learner. A record with minimum of snow in the mountains. So that's a LP and then S, which is the minimum amount of snow. Thus, African country must be African. So Mali, civilized European drinking vermouth. That's a Pole drinking it, which is another word for vermouth, gin and it. Order editor around making protest. Demo, reversed order of merit editor. Providing funds for the last bit unpaid. Tries to see noble fellows, that's peers. Explain trophy inscribed with name of tragic king, that's Lear in cup. Sailor turning of his unpleasant person, reverse tar is rat. Sort of preacher to want more liars. Converted. So an anagram of more liars is moralizer. Melon's different fruit, lemon. My face is diffusing warmth. Okay, my is core. My, and dial is a face. Saint opposing a time of fasting in East. V versus a Lent in E. Valentine, that's very much a saint. Very impressive. Ace, first person to get total read out. A plus we plus some, a homophone of some. Bird to get down, swallow. I had a small house, Ida house, Idaho. HO is house. Don's stage. Put on, you put on a play or you put on some clothes. You don clothes, you stage a play. Provincial party set up, that's a DUP reverse to get pud. Fastener for hair. Lock is both a fastener and a bit of hair. Parrot, given material to eat. Okay, rep is one word for material, and eat, repeat is parrot. Evil can upset a city, so an anagram of evil can, and we get Valencia. Request made, request is beg, inner is intimate, learner is beginner. And end owing, the final bit paid, the end owing. There we have it. Izzetti the Don. Alright, the cryptic. So I think I had 2 minutes on the clock, which is a great shame. Game Venetian, who travelled wildly in the east, that's Marco Polo. A bull never badly at risk, that's vulnerable. Bloomer made by newspaper about lady killer from the east. Oh, there's a lot to that. One competed, okay, one vied. Faulty legal process, one eye abandoned, a big blow. Posh bishop and wife in E.G. New York Underground. Subway, yeah. U.B. and W, posh bishop and wife in say. Say means E.G. New knight assigned powers to use one's full potential. Mail managers, notice binding staff. Is this postmaster? Postmaster. Yeah, poster is a notice. Staff is a mast on a ship. Report of medium-sized cat in playing area, probably a lynx. Mostly indisposed, appear rejected. They persistently criticize new vessels. Narcs? That doesn't seem right, does it? Nerns? Dispute about a trendy Bohemians. Okay, row about a in B. Rainbow is a colourful display. Short fellow embracing Italian woman. A national symbol. Britannia. Italian Anne in Brian. Child's donkey loses head, creating current disturbance. That's a Neddy minus the first letter. We get an eddy. Part of service toured, provided by GI, US soldier touring my area. Oh, I don't know what that is. Faulty legal process, mistrial, something like that. One abandoned from mistrial is mistral, which is a big wind. New knight assigned powers to use one's full potential. Spread one's wings. Points about wine and fruit. Drink initially, encouraging friendly relations. That's entente cordiale. Pronounce hardship for one working on sailing ship. City displaying stylishness in the past. Oh. Young fish constantly circling lake. That's a baby eel is an elver, ever circling L. Breeding ground, teacher associated with Pistol's World. Breeding ground, I don't know. Shabby trio framing posters say at pub. Alright, mostly indisposed, appear rejected. Unwell, mostly. It's unwell. Can't find my keys. Can't feel my face. Alright. So it could be narcs. Do narcs persistently criticize? Just not sure about that at all. This must be Sunflower. Newspaper of Sun. Re-Wolf about Ladykiller. Wolves ladykillers? I suppose they are. Part of services is Gloria. Once again, we have an old-fashioned word for my. It's not Cora this time, it's lore. Lore, lummy. I'm going to assume that narcs are persistent critics. I don't know. After a shooting, one's expected to recover. Retriever, that's a cryptic definition. A retriever dog is expected to recover things after you gun them down in a hunt. One removing spirit of sex involved with curry. This is an anagram of sex and curry. Exorciser. River spirit raised in West African state. Nigeria? Yes. Air Jinn is river spirit. Energy learner exhibited. Nonsense. Pronounced hardship for one. Okay, rigger is hardship, and one working on a sailing ship is a guy rigging the masts, a rigger. City displaying stylishness in the past. Chic ago. Ago is in the past. 14 down. Like a heavenly body, a sort ideal for spinning. Anagram there, and it's just asteroidal. Drivel. Is this right? Energy is drive. Learner is L. We get nonsense out of that. Drivel. Figure of Greek character. One practicing medicine. Greek character is Rho, the letter R in Greek, and MB is a medical person. Breeding ground is oyster bed. Teacher associated with Pistol's world. Pistol said in Henry IV, I think, the world is my oyster, and Bachelor of Education is a teacher, hopefully. Hope they didn't waste their education. Fossilized resin from Thatcham barks. That is amber, hidden in Thatcham barks. River finally abandoning country. River. So that's R abandoning rural, and you get Ural, which is another river. Shabby trio. Okay. Threadbare. 3 framing ad bar. A part of southeast England known to the Scots, known in Scottish, is Kent. Okay, so it says 8 minutes on the clock, but really that was under 6, which is a great shame. Did I parse everything authentically? That's just a double definition. Game is polo. Venetian who travel wide in the east is polo. Bill never anagrammed is vulnerable, which means at risk. Sun, and then re-wolf reversed is sunflower. One vied, one competed, and that's climbers in prominent positions, or with climbers in prominent positions. It means an ivied, like ivied walls, or walls with climbers in prominent positions. This is a mistrial, a faulty legal process, removing one eye, the second eye, and you get mistrial, which is a wind, a big blow. Underground is subway. You got the posh is U as in upper class, B is bishop, W is wife. In EG, say, so subway is being defined as New York underground. Why was this spread one's wings? I didn't really anagram this. Okay, so it's an anagram of assigned powers plus an extra N for knight, I think. N is notation for knight in a chessboard. Okay, entente cordiale, friendly relations. Points are east, north, and east around. Tent is wine. Cordial is fruit drink, and initially encouraging is E. And then we get the definition part after encouraging friendly relations, entente cordiale. Rigor is a homophone of rigor, meaning hardship. We did Chicago, we did Elva. Okay, shabby trio, yeah, we did that. 3 surrounding ad, which is post bar. Anything we did not fully parse? I don't think so at this point. I don't understand why narcs are persistent critics. I thought narcs were something else. I'm going to Google narcs. Hello again, Wheatstone Telegraph. Narc is a federal agent, yes. Don't like that. They are not persistent critics. British. A person who complains irritatingly. An old narc. And also in Australia and New Zealand, that's a spoil sport. So yes, I was less familiar with that definition, but it is correct. Exerciser was an anagram. Britannia. Got that. Eddie. Yeah, alright, all fairly simple. And as I say, that was under 6 minutes for sure. It was a 5-minuter, but sadly I clicked on it beforehand and the time had run down for 2 minutes before I even looked at it, so what can you do? Alright, the general knowledge crossword and then we'll call it a day. A very late night. Ale with a notable hops flavour. Do not know. Multicoloured. Oh, the multicoloured swap shop. A fine show. Cayley is a Scottish or Irish folk dancing event. New Zealand city known for its geysers. I don't know which one that is. Dunedin. Claudio, Chilean pianist. I'm sure I know him. Naturally magnetic rock. Oh my goodness. Drink said to resemble a friar's habit. Is this chartreuse? Pudding made from starch. More puddings, Sago. Double reeded musical instrument. Is this a... no, I don't know. An oboe? Distinctive 3-star asterism. Okay, probably Orion's belt. Italian-born conductor. Is this? There's a few, aren't there? Toscanini. Let's try him. Painful muscle contraction. Spasm. Cramp. Man depicted on £10 notes from 1992 to 2003. Dickens? Can't remember when he was on. Udori or soba are noodles. Fish of the genus Hippocampus, a seahorse. Britain's most successful Paralympian. I should know that. Sarah something. The writer of the Decameron was, can't spell it, Boccaccio. Historic city near Germany's border with Luxembourg. Ooh. Should know that. Greek thinker associated with the pursuit of pleasure. Or maybe it's not Chartreuse. Would have thought that'd be Epicurus. New Order single. This is World. Chartreuse is green, which is not the colour of a friar's robe. So we have to rejig our assumptions. Alright, alkaline substance once made by leaching burnt wood, probably potash. Yorkshire town where Agatha Christie was found. Is this going to be Harrogate? Author of Gormenghast. Oh, that's a great book. Mervyn Peake. Ancient location of the tomb of Mausolus is Halicar. Nassus. Toscanini's also wrong. That's fine though. Seafaring country. This is Phoenicia. These Dickens looks alright. So this is cappuccino. Yes, I've got this wrong before. I said chartreuse. Cappuccino is named after a capuchin's robe's colour. Alright, legendary king of Phrygia will be Midas. What's this guy called? Mantovani, isn't it? Mantovani. Bond film. Okay, that's Octopussy, and it looks like Cramp is the right answer there. Peggy Ashcroft was in a package to India. Ravel's Bolero was used by Torval and Dean. Larry, I want to say Larry Adler, but I'm not sure actually. Oh no. Let's try. No. I don't know the name of Britain's most successful Paralympian. This is bad. Right, the New Zealand city is like Rotorua or Rotorua, I think. bitter if it has a hopsy flavour. Let's say this is Trier, as in Lars von Trier. Claudio, let's try Abreu. I think that is a name. Naturally magnetic rock is a lodestone. Oh, is this Larry Adler? I don't think it is, but let's try. It is Larry Adler. So Sarah Story. No, I'm going to reveal that one. I do not know the name of Britain's most successful Paralympian. Oh no, wait a minute. Oh, Sarah Story is correct. So I did know that, but I just made up the name of a great Chilean pianist. Is it perchance Arau? Oh, it is. That was a very hard one, I thought. At least I spelt Rotaria correctly. I did not know Claudio Arau straight off, the Chilean pianist. I got Cappuccino and Chartreuse mixed up. I got Mantovani and Toscanini mixed up. I was not at all sure about Larry Adler, the harmonicist. Is that a word? I was not at all sure about Sarah Story, the Paralympian. In fact, someone else has decided this was a bit of a weird one. Odd collection of clues, says Mary Boysel. I agree, Mary Boysel. I was happier with the down clues. Obviously, there was Epicurus and Halicarnassus and Boccaccio and Midas, and Phoenicia. Incredibly classical set of down clues, at least on the left-hand side. Mervyn Peake is like my favourite author, so that was easy on that side. Octopussy, well, I saw a lot of Bond films, so not so hard. Yeah, so in the end we got there, yeah, and that's about half an hour, so yeah, I'm going to call that a day. Thank you all so much for, oh no, I was covering this up with this terrible thing, okay, oh dear, was that there all along? Oh dear. Well, we got rid of it now. Anyway, you can see the final result. Bitter, swap shop, Cayley, Rotorua, etc. Well, that was a late stream for me.